Hello Greebos and welcome back to downloadable content. Today I'm doing a different video for the sake of science. After my conversation with Baron, I got to thinking, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Could it be these countless amounts of mods that are causing the problem? No, of course not. It's Blade and Sorcery that has the problem. I'm just kidding. I love Blade and Sorcery. Don't kill me. Therefore, today we're going to be doing some experiments based on the U11 post that Baron put out for Steam. We're testing things in the full release. Things like the AI's combat prowess, their stealth, including FOV and sound. So we're going to be in the dungeon a lot and also in some of the play arenas. So without further ado, let's, dive right in. Also follow me on Twitch, otherwise we're going to have problems. I want to get this out of the way first because if I don't say this, I know I'm going to get crucified. After talking with Baron, we've come to the conclusion that I have to delete everything I have installed and start anew. So I have been reborn. So I don't know, work that into the lore or something. I have uninstalled every single mod I have. I know, I am very sad about it. And more importantly, I have also cleared my player save data. And that's why I might look a little bit different. I don't know, I feel like my hair's darker. Why have I done this, you ask? Well, that's because things like Sectory leaves residue files in there even after it's deleted. And that's why it's important that I completely clear it. So we are totally fresh, so I have no excuses. So let's start our experiments. The first thing we're going to do is jump into the arena and test the combat prowess of the AI. The U11 post says there's a big animation overhaul. So the enemies are supposed to be able to combo and riposte, and then the secondary feature is they're supposed to be able to defend themselves. So I've taken off everything like I said, and let's have a look. Now, to make sure we stay completely true to form, I'm not going to turn anything on or off in the book. You'll see that no cheats are on, fall damage is still on, and so is armor detection. I have also not changed anything else. Self-collision is still disabled, normal rotation, and the springs are still set to their default settings. The only thing that I guess will be different is I have post-processing turned on to my custom settings, and I have increased the graphics, but that shouldn't be an issue. We're going to try out both sharp things and blunt. So let's go ahead and take our sword and dagger. Here we go, a nice flanged mace as well. So what we're going to do is go into the 1v1 section of the book and choose mixed melee because that lists challenge but a fair game. There's one alive but infinite. I'm set to 100 and so are they. So let's start it. Out the gate we have a knight. So let's see if they can defend themselves a little bit better. He has sword and board, so I'm hoping that he blocks it right away, slash in the face. Well, he's blocking with his shield, which I guess there's that. And let's see what happens if I come in from the other side. A stab? He didn't stop the stab. He didn't stop that either. All right, a man with a sword. We can at least pretend that he's going to be okay. So will he defend himself? Oh, okay, so he riposted. That's cool. 1, 2. It seems like he's actually defending himself, right? But let's change things up. Let's go for this and then a stab. They don't know if you have two weapons still. They only seem to guard against one. Hey, get right against the throat. Now, the special note that it's definitely work in progress still. So what we're going to try is we're going to disarm his right hand and see if he swaps the left hand. So let's stab him. Ugh. Let's see the swap, bud. Are you going to do it? Look at that. He swapped perfectly. You have one weapon, so let's see what happens to you. Hey. Ugh. Oh, I didn't disarm you. I'm sorry. Disarm. Okay, what's he going to do? Grab a weapon, right? He's going to kick the weapon around for a bit. He's going to have trouble. Oh, nope, he found a weapon. Excellent. I can't tell if he's actually guarding with the axe or if it's more of like his animations are doing it. Let's see how you guys react to being an imbued weapon attack. Slash and then stab. Okay, so he dodged it. Excellent. And then he bought it pretty hard. So he has a rapier and he spawned with a sword and shield, so I guess they really can't control that. But let's see what happens. Does his animations change when he's just in one-hand mode? For the experiment, drop it. I mean, he's guarding it. I can't say that he's not guarding it. Oh, man, did that kill him? Yeah, do it. Okay. Now let's see if he does the rapier animations. No, he's still doing the sword animations. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong here, but there used to be rapier animations in the beta, and now it looks like he's doing the one-handed short sword animations. I thought that they were supposed to have custom animations for this one, and I guess I'm wrong. Nice armor. He tried to dodge it. Doesn't look like it's working. So I think against blunt, they might be having some difficulties against the blunt attacks. Hi! Let's see how they fare up against the dagger. Sir, are you going to fare up against the dagger? No? You're just going to let it hit your jugular? All right. What about you? You're a knight. Block again. Dagger. All right. So they definitely have some difficulties against our friend, the dagger. So there's definitely animation blending here, and as far as the combat goes, there's more that they can do for sure. And it definitely depends on if you have the difficulty set high or lower, because Baron said that not all their animations play unless the difficulty is set all the way up. So really the only way to kind of test this is to go into the dungeon and make sure it's on the hardest difficulty, you know? Into the dungeon we go. Maximum difficulty, maximum length, maximum effort. All right, we got ourselves our knife and short sword. Let's test their combat in the dungeon. Right now, I'm not focused on stealth or any type of sound stuff, so I really just want to know what they're like in the 3-star. Does it feel any different? So out the gate, let's get his attention. Can you defend yourself a little bit better than in the arena? Oh, good, he dodged. What about a combo? He still died to the combo. What about you? He's still using the short sword animation and not the rapier, but they are 100% comboing back. Like, he's looking to riposte, which is pretty sick. He tripped his friend like a goober. You got tripped like a goober, but we still have to test more things, so get up. Did that kick really kill him? That is what we would call embarrassing. Let's try on this man here. Draw a blade, and let's see how you fare up against the dagger with a sword and board. You should be pretty good. So if I come in high, that should be the end of you, right? All right, well, I think that might be not his fault, but the shield's fault. I think he thought he blocked it. No magic, please. No magic! He definitely thought he blocked it, but it went right through that shield. Now, what about you? Your pathing seems a little strange here. You're getting stuck on obstacles. In the dungeon, on hard, they're definitely like doing more things for sure. Like this guy is trying to kill me with magic, which he knows it's illegal. Let's just stab him in the eyeball. Oh, see, okay, so in the arena, I feel like it was harder to know what difficulty they're on, but in the dungeon, I definitely feel like they are doing more things. Let's test this big room for combat. So we have a dual wield guy and a single sword user. Let's try this single sword user. Yeah, I can feel it. I feel them trying real hard. I had to riposte both of those attacks. Yeah. He's done. That was sick. Block, riposte, slash. And having the armor on is the full experience for sure. So that means I have to get past their little armor here with a flame sword. Your friend bought it, dagger throw, and then a slash. So he still got confused and he thinks that the wall is his enemy. Well, they're still dumb Ricky, so the main thing though is I don't know what attack they're gonna do next. I don't know if it's because I haven't memorized their attack pattern or they actually feel like it's more combat. I think it feels like the combat is just better because I don't know what they're going to do next. I know that they have the same amount of animations, but, you know, it feels like a surprise each and every time. All right, dual wield me. Come on, I want to see hard dual wield. Here we go. Let's see what it's like. Oh, multiple animations. Hey, oh, whoa, I didn't see that one yet. That's pretty sick. Block, slash, and your throat's cut. Nice death animation. So it seems like the combat is definitely improved. So if you're using other mods, well, I do have some bad news for you. Now, that was a very interesting first experiment. My hypothesis was that the animations were still going to be a little bit jank and that Sectory wasn't that bad of a culprit. However, I was proven to be incorrect and that U11 is much more superior than we thought. So if you are using mods like Sectory and anything else that kind of changes their animations and patterns and whatnot, it's going to introduce some jank and actually take away from U11. So if you did feel like the combat was better in U10, well, that's probably because Sectory wasn't kind of affecting U10 so much, which is interesting. So let's put 1 point on the board to Warp Frog and move on to the overall dungeon itself and focus on things like stealth. Up next is a surprise feature, and what I want to do is hop into the dungeon and test out things like the enemy's vision, their FOV, can they hear me? Can they hear their friends die? What happens if I slit their throat next to their friend? What about if I throw a body right next to the other one? Are they going to pay attention? Let's hope so. And here we go, maximum difficulty and length, and let's travel. So I still have this short sword, but most important is the dagger for that up close and personal stealth. And then we're gonna go ahead and rock a bow and arrow to make some noise off in the distance. The first thing I wanna try out is how aware is their friend when another person is behind them. All right, there's 3 of them. Now we get to try out a lot of stuff. Let's attempt to muffle him. Oh, his friend just saw me at the last second. But do you see me? Okay, so you see me. Kill. That's interesting. His FOV cone was pretty much instant. Instant FOV cone. Well, that was, let's call that a mulligan. An oopsie. Let's take this gourd. I'm going to try throwing it. Now, there's a guy right here. Let's see if he hears the gourd against the wall. He didn't quite hear that one. That's interesting. Let's see if he hears the bowl, but against the railing. All right, well, he heard the bowl and then kind of turned directly at me, like he knew exactly where I was. Doesn't seem like he investigated sound so much as it kind of just, ow, instantly alerted him to my position. Is that right? Is that what you did? You just got instantly alerted to my position? All right, new experiment. Let's pick up the bowl because I feel like, you know, at least the other guy heard that. There's a guy right here and I'm kind of standing in front of him. So he did see me. He saw me in the light. Well, that was pretty cool. Good job, Rick. You actually saw me in the light. I'm going to block your arrow with this bowl. Is that okay? Bowl attack! All right, there is a guy right here doing some weird things. Can you hear the mug thrown that way? No? He didn't hear a mug. Let's pick up his friend and throw him near him and see if he hears the dead body. All right, experiment number 2, dead body. He couldn't care less. He's literally stretching. Will you see me on this ladder? Okay, so you saw me on the ladder. Good for you. But what happens if I knock you out and then run away? Will you continue to chase me even though I have completely run away from you? We're going to wait up here. And if he finds us, then we will reward him. So far, so good. I don't hear him. Oh, I heard a sword sheath. I feel like he actually gave up looking for me. That's good. Let's try him now. So he gave up looking. That is actually awesome. Not very often do I run away from combat, but now we're going to try dropping this dead body like right here. Sir, your friend dropped right there. What about if I did it against the wall? All right, so if I throw him against the wall, that works. But now that you're alerted, will you be alerted to this? How about that? How about that? What about an actual arrow in you? Well, nope, not. Ooh, that killed him. I still want to know what a muffle. Oh, he heard me. Hey, yeah. You and you. Okay, let's just bonk you, just like that, and then I'll run away. And let's see if they come looking for me. I won't go far. I'll be like right here, just chilling. Oh, look, another plank of wood. I could have used that. Hey, you found... Whoa, Baron. Uh-oh. Fell into the water. And, So I grabbed them, bashed their heads, and then when I pressed the grip button when I was away from them, I teleported and fell through the map. It's kind of a legacy bug. I've seen it multiple times. But that enables me to try more stealth things in the beginning. The big thing with having Sectory on before is when the enemies walked around, their hands got like stuck behind them and their arms were stuck on things. So that does seem to have alleviated itself. Let's go for the stealth kill. Now that this man has been muffled, I'm going to go right behind his friend and, well, just execute this Ricky pretty close to him. Did you hear that? Okay, so he heard that because it was pretty close. Let's muffle this one and try his friend. Where's your friend? I know he's in here. Do I need to wait for him to walk past? So he's there, and let's kill you here. And then drop your body. So, okay, hold up. He heard it. I don't know if he should have heard it because he was muffled. Granted, I dropped a body filled with armor, so I don't know what to call that one. Let's test loud jumping. Loud jumping. Do you see me? Okay, he saw me right away, so that's good. And then you also see me. That is also good. Hecka! Now, will you see me? I'm standing right here. Whoa! Impressive! Now, let's see how good this man is. I'm going to shoot an arrow at the stove. Did you hear that? He did kind of hear something. Now that he's misdirected, let's go behind him and muffle him. Sword to your throat. Okay, first off, let's get you to drop that. Let's find your friends. Is there someone over here? No? All right. So since you're alive, we're going to go ahead and test this on you, okay? Quiet, you. Let's make him dangle. He's dangling. So he heard him from down there that he's dangling. And so did he. And are they about to shoot at me with a cursed archer animation? So everyone hears this man. Whoa! So they heard him. That's good. Does jar on head affect stealth? Oh, come on. You saw me too quickly that time. There's two of them. How am I going to do this? Do you see me? Yep. Come over here. I want your friend to, like, forget. Forget that you ever existed. Oh! There we go. Now the other guy should not be alerted. Come on! You cheated! This might be a room I could test it in. Oh, damn, he heard my footsteps. Shh. It's okay. Muffle you, and then slit thy throat. I gotta do this quickly while the other guy's not paying attention. Okay. Nope, doesn't work. Damn! Well, so it does seem like the stealth is working, plus the animations, and they might be a little bit too aware of me if you catch my drift. Ah! Well now, that was some interesting experiments with that one. The enemies seem to be able to see me, which is fantastic, because when I had some of those other mods installed, I had to slap them. They wouldn't even know that their friend died in the same room. Now, with the full version of U11, there were some interesting things with stealth. Multiple times, the enemies just didn't care if their friend kind of died near them, and then other times, they were like, oh my God! So there's definitely there, and that's why it's a work in progress. However, it is great to kind of debunk some of these myths over here. So it seems like the main culprit, unfortunately, are some mods that affect behavior. And without trying to call anyone out, it does seem to be Sectory that is the most common, well, detractor. So for this experiment, I will give Warp Frog another, well, probably half a point for stealth, because there are some weird things that still happen in the base game, but it's still pretty good. However, it's not perfect. And that's why it's still in early access, because there is more to come, and this is a great foothold. But I do want to say that U11 has kind of lived up to its hype at this point. Even for me, I thought that U10 and U11 were so similar, but that's because I was using so many mods. And I'm not saying don't use mods. Mods are fantastic, but be careful with some of the mods that you are using. Read their descriptions to find what they change. And if you are experiencing some jank and cursed animations, well, take a look at your mod folder, and don't forget to clear your player's save one and create a new file. Well, Greebos, that is it for today's video. I hope you had some fun kind of dissecting this U11 update with its combat and stealth mechanic. And listen, if you are new to downloadable content, why not consider subscribing? It's free. All you have to do is click the little button down below and join up, and I will greatly appreciate it. Also, another, well, public announcement. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. That's also free. It's linked in the description. Do it, do it, do it. Special thanks and shout out to my patrons listed right here on screen. Thanks for supporting your local lunatic like me so I can continue to make weird VR content. To everyone else, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Rob from Downloadable Content, and I will see you in the next video.